Two downtown heavyweights battle it out in federal court today, arguing over building signs.
The Vikings are suing Wells Fargo Bank. They say the bank is in breach of contract for the building signage near the Vikings' new U.S. Bank Stadium. Here's what all the squabbling is about. This is a view from Sky 4 of the raised letter rooftop signs on each of the twin Wells Fargo towers in the new downtown East development. The Vikings claim that is a violation of an agreement that Wells Fargo made nearly 2 years ago. Bill Hudson was in the courtroom of Judge Donovan Frank today, and I know the team is asking for some action on this bill.
It's going to be interesting to see how the judge rules on this one, you guys. Absolutely. 2 years ago, in fact, the Vikings and Wells Fargo entered into a signage agreement, now spelling out what Wells Fargo could do to advertise its name on the twin 15-story buildings in that new downtown East development. And it is that agreement that's now subject to court interpretation. It's not the big red and yellow lettering on each of Wells Fargo's twin towers in the new downtown East development that are the problem. It is the raised, illuminated lettering adorning the rooftops that has the Vikings crying foul.
What we agreed to is a flat painted sign. This was in the agreement, spelled out very specifically, and what they've installed is 5-foot-high elevated signage.
For 90 minutes today, the Vikings and Wells Fargo attorneys argued over a 2014 signage agreement. The Vikings claiming that the bank went too far with the mounted lettering, claiming it amounts to ambush advertising so close to the nearly complete U.S. Bank Stadium, saying their agreement was to prevent a similar infringement that forced the Minnesota Twins to take action against Sanford Health.
And there's a reason why we signed this agreement. This is a very important issue, and again, we have no choice really but to pursue this legal course.
But attorneys for Wells Fargo argue that the Vikings can't prove irreparable harm, that they're trying to manufacture something that just doesn't exist. Attorney Chris Grote asked how rooftop signage is damaging, but the signs on the sides of the building are not. Wells Fargo contends that both the city and Sports Authority had approved its signage plans months ago. Now, Wells Fargo issued a statement afterwards saying it's proud of its $300 million investment in the development and it hopes to display the signs as planned. Now, an injunction could force the bank to remove the signage or at least cover them up. Judge Donovan Frank expects to issue his ruling within 2 weeks, so we'll be waiting for that.
There's been some humor and some sarcasm, and I know there were some harsh words too, and the judge had some harsh words about everybody today, right?
He did several times, Frank. Matter of fact, he asked all the parties why all the parties, including the city, the developer, and the Sports Authority, couldn't have sat down together to iron out this difference and not take it to court, telling the attorneys that bringing the matter to court is taking luster off what should be a very proud, a very grand development around that stadium village. So he might have a point there.
Did they try at least? They had to talk to each other. I mean,
they've had meetings off and on, but not all the parties at once, no.
Now they're in court.
We'll see what happens in 2 weeks.
All right, yeah, it'll be interesting.
Sure.
Thank you.